In a quaint storybook cottage next to a lush, walled garden, a pregnant woman gazes longingly at a patch of Rapunzel lettuce, her craving growing more intense by the day. Her husband, desperate to please her, sneaks into the sorceress's garden to steal some. Chiaroscuro oil painting, dramatic lighting, suspenseful. The fearsome sorceress, Dame Gothel, catches the husband on his second trip into her garden. A deal is struck in the moonlit garden, the lettuce in exchange for their firstborn child. Gothic illustration, dark fantasy, intricate line art. A heartbroken couple hands over their newborn daughter to the sorceress. The baby, named Rapunzel, is wrapped in a simple cloth, her destiny sealed. Soft watercolor, emotional, melancholic. Years later, a young Rapunzel with cascading golden hair is led by Dame Gothel to a tall, secluded tower with no doors and no stairs, only a single window at the very top. Matte painting, fantasy landscape, sense of isolation. Rapunzel, now a young woman, sits by the high window. Her impossibly long braided hair shimmering in the sunlight as she sings a lonely, beautiful song that echoes through the forest. Pre-Raphaelite style, romantic, detailed. Dame Gothel stands at the base of the tower, calling out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." The long golden braid is thrown from the window, unspooling down the stone wall. German Romanticism, dramatic landscape focus. A handsome prince, drawn by the sound of Rapunzel's singing, discovers the tower hidden deep within the woods. He watches from behind a tree as the sorceress climbs the braid of hair. Fantasy concept art, cinematic, exploratory. The next evening, the prince mimics the sorceress's call. Rapunzel, thinking it is Gothel, lets down her hair, and the prince climbs up to meet the beautiful singer for the first time. Storybook illustration, romantic, magical. The prince secretly visits Rapunzel every night. Inside the tower room, they fall in love. Surrounded by candlelight, sharing stories and dreams of a life together outside the stone walls. Digital painting, warm lighting, intimate. Rapunzel naively mentions to Dame Gothel how much heavier the prince is to pull up than she is, accidentally revealing her secret visitor. The sorceress's face contorts with fury and betrayal. Cartoon expressionism, exaggerated emotion, dynamic. In a fit of rage, Dame Gothel grabs a pair of shears and violently cuts off Rapunzel's magnificent long hair. The golden locks fall lifelessly to the floor. Graphic novel style, high contrast, impactful. The shorn-haired Rapunzel is banished and cast out into a desolate, barren wilderness to fend for herself, heartbroken and alone. Wasteland concept art, moody, atmospheric. That night, the prince calls to Rapunzel, but Gothel lets down the severed braid. As he reaches the top, he is met not by his love, but by the vengeful face of the sorceress. Horror art, jump scare moment, dark shadows. "You will never see your songbird again?" Gothel shrieks, pushing the prince from the window. He falls from the great height, landing in a thorny bush below that blinds him. Action sequence sketch, dynamic motion lines, tragic. The blinded prince wanders the lands for years, despairing and calling out Rapunzel's name, surviving on roots and berries. Charcoal sketch, desperate, textured. Rapunzel, now a mother of twins, struggles to survive in the wilderness, her sorrow poured into the lullabies she sings to her children. Pastel on paper, soft, resilient. One day, the wandering prince stumbles into the part of the wilderness where Rapunzel lives. He hears a familiar, beautiful voice singing a sad song. Impressionistic painting, hazy, hopeful. He follows the sound and calls her name. Rapunzel recognizes his voice and runs to him, seeing his blinded eyes. They embrace in a tearful, emotional reunion. Realistic digital art, emotional, detailed. As Rapunzel weeps with joy and sorrow, two of her tears fall upon the prince's eyes. Miraculously, his sight is restored, and he sees her and their children for the first time. Luminous 3D render, magical realism, glowing effects. The reunited family travels back to the prince's kingdom, where they are welcomed with great celebration. They live happily ever after, their love story a testament to hope and endurance. Grand fairy tale illustration, vibrant colors, celebratory.